Cusco. Yeah. The
Do you want to intro it?
Hey, the poison for Cusco.
The poison for Cusco.
The poison for Cusco.
Yeah. And she goes, hit him on the head.
The poison, for Cusco.
Welcome back to the Lunchbox, people.
Woo!
You want to do it? You want to do it?
Ladies
Your
and-
radio?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to 105.9, The Lunchbox, with your host, Liam Lunchbox.
Liam, that's...
I don't know if I
What
know-
the dog doing?
cast.
You guys know that... Do you guys know my last name?
Donafy?
Okay. Because I didn't know if you thought my last name was Lunchbox. You know how like Ryan the Leader is just Ryan Leader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good last name, Lunchbox.
Lunchbox
yeah.
would be a crazy last name, but everybody says like, "Hey, I'm here with Liam Lunchbox." I'm like, no, like it's Liam's Lunchbox is my tag, but like my
I was thinking it was like your DJ name.
like,
Liam Lunchbox, yeah.
but like where does the S go?
Away.
Away when it's like a
That's the
DJ
initial.
name.
Liam S. Lunchbox.
Liam
Liam's-
S. Lunchbox.
That's my ship name,
yeah.
the SS Lunchbox. Everything's just Lunchbox. Like when I thought of a name for this podcast, I'm like, people are like, "What's it gonna be about?" I'm like, I don't know, really. And then people are like, "What are you gonna name it?" I'm like, the Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Liam's Lunchbox, the Lunchbox. If I have like a rap name, it's probably gonna be Lunchbox.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's good. You got an identity.
That was a good radio intro, by the way.
Thank you.
It reminded me of when you guys did the WWE thing, which
Oh, yeah.
you guys were the best part of that entire video.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
by
Thank
far,
you.
were
That video rocked. I really
it was
liked
great. It got a whopping
think-
1,000 views.
Woo!
Yeah.
1,000!
Yeah,
I think
it's
you
great.
guys throwing yourselves around was the best part.
That was fun. Honestly, I was
couldn't do that.
concussed. Like my mom called me when I was on the way home. She's like, "Oh, like how'd the video go?" And I was like, I think I have a concussion." She was like, worried.
No.
I was like out of breath. You remember at the end when I was trying to do an intro and I was like makeup running down my face and I was just like,
Yeah.
"Hey guys, like follow your dreams and do shit, like do cool stuff." But anyways, I haven't seen Trent in how long? How long have I not seen you?
Oh, I don't know.
Is
It's
it
been a
before I
while.
left?
I think I
Is
saw
it
you in
3
Amsterdam
Yeah.
and I haven't seen you since Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And Trent, I
3 or
haven't
4
seen.
months at least then.
That's
Probably
crazy.
longer.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got to see you more, man. I love
I know.
Yeah.
And I feel like I say it all the time. I'm like, damn, like every time I see you guys and then every time I see Blake and Spencer, I'm like, I want to hang out with you guys more. I want to see you more. And then I just like do this self-isolation thing where I just stay at home.
Don't do that. Come over.
Yeah.
I'm working
Come
and
hang out.
editing all
Yeah.
the time. If you got editing to do, just come
Yeah.
sit.
And then you'll just
Yeah.
do my editing for me, right?
And then I'll do it for you.
Wait, what did I just agree to? Okay, I came on a podcast, I got a job. I got homework. Okay, editor, clip that part, because that's viral.
That's so funny. That's a viral clip.
There's going to be one clip of that from this podcast and then another where we're talking about something really deep, like, how do you think water happened, man? And we're like, what do you think about water? Like,
I don't know.
Okay, well,
It's really cool how it happened, though.
well, think about it. How did it
How
happen
it
then?
happened.
How did water happen then?
probably.
Did you know the science behind it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What's the science behind
Well,
water?
it's not
How did
worth
water
going
get
into.
created on this
Let's just
globe?
say it's pretty complicated.
It's pretty complicated. Yeah.
It would take a couple different episodes to
would take-
fully
yeah,
cover
that's-
It would
next
take at
episode.
least 200
Yeah.
podcast clips. Yeah, you'd have to watch. You'd have to watch
5-second
5-second clips of the podcast 200
That's
times.
fucking funny. 500 podcast clips. It's just like part 1, part 2, part
Yeah.
3, just explaining how water happened on the
TikTok
globe.
gets you on part
Yeah.
175, and you're like, shit, I gotta go back. Yeah.
That's wild. Oh, what have you guys been doing the past 3-4 months? What's new? You've been editing at home.
Yeah, I did that. I've done that forever. But I was in Europe. We saw each other in Amsterdam. He was the only person I knew previously that I saw in Europe. Otherwise,
That's
I was
crazy.
all new people for 2.5 months, and that was it felt like a different world. And
It is a different world.
I never left America, and that was the big impetus for going. I just wanted to get out of LA for a bit and clear my head.
I think it works.
It does.
How
work.
did you feel after the trip? Because I've never been to Europe. I only went to Europe with like my ex-girlfriend to Lithuania, but that's like Eastern Europe. Never went to like Europe, you know?
Not that
And-
fake Europe, Lithuania. Yeah.
But like when I went, I think I was like in a rough period of my life for the previous like 6 months. And then right when I went to Amsterdam, I went with Liam and we had a blast. And then I saw you there. And then afterwards, I just felt like a weight was lifted off, or like a new chapter was entered. I don't know, it just felt more positive. It just felt like I needed to go to actually feel.
Even just having anything to mark sort of a break from your day to day.
Yeah.
Just to like kind of refresh you is nice. I think I felt a bit of a sadness coming back to LA because Europe just has a slower pace of life. I was enjoying that. I was enjoying that I wasn't around this like constant need to hustle, bustle, up your game, whatever.
Yeah.
Like well, I don't even think any of our friends are particularly those type of people, but
No.
I think by nature of being a creator in LA, there is a need to be pretty on top of your shit.
Right.
And,
Like you don't want to fall off. Or like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
oh, the views are down, all that shit.
yeah. So I think it was nice to just be not in that bubble where everyone's doing that and like go somewhere where it's like, oh, people are just out in the park,
Yeah.
walking around, biking around.
Literally, like,
And
it almost feels like, I don't know, it feels so peaceful to the point where it doesn't even feel real. Like, it's so slow, it doesn't feel real. Like, the weirdest thing we saw in Amsterdam, we were walking around on, like, a Sunday. Everything closes at, like, 5 p.m. on Sunday. And Liam and I were walking down the street, and we just see this woman in a bright red shirt, blue overalls, riding a bike, and has one hand riding on a bike, and then takes a bite of a stroopwafel and then goes back down.
Yeah.
We were like, that was the most like Amsterdam thing I've ever seen, and it was so peaceful, and it was almost like an NPC. Like it was so unreal that happened. That I was like, this is
What is a stroopwafel?
it's like
it's a Dutch snack, like a delicious dessert waffle thing.
yeah. And then people could put it over like tea or coffee, and then like heats up in the center. It's
Yeah.
like caramel.
Crunchy?
It's like soft, but it gets softer and like melty caramel in the middle.
Yeah.
Caramel caramel.
It's good.
Whichever one.
Cool.
What do you say? Caramel caramel.
I think when I'm thinking about it, I can't say what I
Yeah.
actually say.
I'd say either, and depending on
Caramel?
the context.
I say like
Caramel.
if it's like caramel, I'm thinking like a sauce. But if I'm thinking caramel, I'm thinking like a little like treat, like a hard little caramel
You
thing.
eat a caramel.
Chocolate
Yeah.
with caramel. Chocolate with caramel. I don't know.
Caramel.
Sea
I think
salt
I said
caramel.
I feel like I use them interchangeably, honestly.
Yeah.
So that was your second time in Europe.
That was my second time in Europe. That was your first time in Europe.
First time in Europe. I was there for a long time though, so it felt like it was a
2 months.
couple, 2.5
2.5
or
months is
something.
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I think what you're saying is funny about like the very cliche European things you see, because I think anywhere you go, you expect that to be a cliche, and then you see it, you know, just
Yeah.
like
And you actually see it.
like going to Copenhagen and just seeing like well-to-do people just like leisurely going about, and it just feels like, oh, okay, this is just how things are out here. You know? Like it's almost shocking to be like, oh, it's not New York, it's not LA.
Right.
It
No,
is this
not at all.
different feeling.
No, like social cues are different there. I mean, the food's different, obviously. There's just so much different about Europe. It like literally is another world.
Yeah.
And that's what you've been doing. And then you came back and just been editing and click-clacking away and stuff.
Back to work, I did a big animation that took 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and then I did some other stuff. Had my friend Alex visit,
Yeah.
Trent and I's friend
Nice.
Alex Martins.
Alex Martins.
You
That's
got to clip
sick.
this
Good long
part and
feet.
send
Yeah.
it to Alex Martins.
Alex
Shout out to
Martins.
Alex Martins.
Trent and I are actually on here to promote our
Mhm.
shit post page, Good Long P.
Yeah. good
Oh,
long feet.
yeah. Good long P.
Even
Yeah.
though it hasn't seen a post in a couple months, we've been slacking.
Good
but
long P is actually like hilarious.
yeah, we
Thank
got
you.
to make more of
I
it.
know.
Wait, do you?
Yeah.
You don't even write good long P.
We don't.
You just
write
like
anything.
pick up the
Alright.
camera and go, I was
Yeah.
in one good
You were
long
in
P.
one good long P.
And you're like, okay, just like say this.
Yeah.
Like, okay, just like do this, and then you just point the camera. It's just all improv. It's like it's like how SNL used to be. It's like how when SNL was like really funny, and you're trying not to break. I don't
Yeah.
know. But SNL stole your skit.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
That's
whole thing.
crazy. I forgot about that. That's wild.
They did steal my skit. I don't know how much context I need to give.
You can if you want.
I made an animation last year about the Charmin bears, and it was about the dad bear and the son bear having that classic, like, I don't want to do the family business, but the family business is wiping your ass. And then, like, literally 2 months later, after that video got like 1 million views, SNL did exactly that, and it was a whole thing. And I just tried to use it as a positive opportunity to highlight some creators, because I don't think I'm not somebody who wants to like set a precedent where it's like, oh, you could sue somebody. I get so many comments that are like, you went too easy on them, you should sue NBC. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me just like hire a lawyer and take on NBC's lawyers,
like the
you know.
Crazy.
And I don't want to set a precedent that you could copyright a skit or you could copyright an idea, because if I set that precedent, then big people could do that to screw over little people. And like soon enough, it's like if somebody's doing a remake of More Cowbell, they could get a lawsuit.
If it's
on
like
their
the other
doorstep.
way.
Yeah. And it's like if it goes one way, it goes the other way. So I'm just like, I'm not that precious with it. But it was very obviously like probably inspired it subconsciously or consciously, but that's okay.
I guess that kind of gives me a new outlook on the whole situation. Even like at first, I mean, I was never like, oh, you gotta fucking go after him and sue him. But I was like, oh, that's a little like kind of like messed up. Like completely rips off like a smaller. Yeah. Like, I mean, you're not small, but like, you know, not on SNL, but I don't know. But now it's like, oh, wait a second. If it was the other way around, like, why can't you redo like an SNL skit for fun or something?
Yeah. I guess it's because it's a corporation making money, but that's just like, in an ideal world, that would be punished more than the other way around, because it's like unfair to the little guy, but the little guy's going to lose in those situations. So it's, it was more just like, I saw it as an opportunity to shine a light on some friends. I'm like, okay, this has enough power to get some attention, and therefore I shouted out 5 channels that I like on YouTube.
That's cool.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to make light of a bad situation. I feel like you're really good at that. I feel like you're not very negative with
I try not to be. I think
stuff.
Any of us can get anxious and overthink and spiral in different ways. In my personal life, probably more than my public life. But like more than my public showings, I'm sure we all get anxious.
Oh, for sure. I'm anxious like every second of the day.
Yeah.
Like almost every second of the day.
Yeah.
I would say there's few times when I'm not anxious, and I've learned this recently. That's what I've been learning this whole past year, is kind of just like not thinking as much and trying to like not be in the past and not be in the future. And that's, once I'm in the present moment, is the only time I'm not really anxious, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I realized. I've been doing a lot of the kind of like took a break from content just to like focus on the whole mental health situation.
That's good to do. Yeah.
And that helped. And you work at do you still work there? No, not anymore.
A year ago.
That's what I thought. I thought you quit to start doing content.
Yeah.
And you've been streaming lately.
Yeah.
Was it called Sun?
Last few months I've been streaming Stardew Valley.
Stardew
Valley, yeah.
I thought it was Sundew.
That's okay. But
Stardew Valley.
But yeah, I've been doing that for a couple months. I actually, yesterday was the first day I did a different game, because I did 30 different streams of it, and I was like, yeah, I'll try something else for a little bit. And then on usually one day a week, other than that, I'll do like either a painting stream or like a cooking stream, or I have people on and
so are you getting into streaming now more than videos?
For a little bit I have been. I'm trying to get back into doing videos more often though. But
yeah. What do you stream on?
Just YouTube. Yeah.
Everybody's saying YouTube's the streaming place to go. Blake does streaming all the time.
Yeah. I think it's just like, if you have an audience somewhere, it's so hard to get them to move as
no,
it
it
is.
is for sure.
Yeah. So I think if I ever do streams, I just do them on my YouTube channel, because I'm like, no one else is gonna hear about my
like
Twitch
follow
or
you
this
to
or
Twitch or something.
like, I'm not gonna put in the effort,
because there's no
grow that.
algorithm on like Twitch and Kick and all those places, really, right? Like you have to like tell people to go watch you on those.
What do you find yourself mainly watching? Like which platform and what on
YouTube.
that platform? YouTube.
I'm just like, YouTube, and used to be TikTok. I was really I was like a TikTok scroller big time, but now it's like
I was for a while.
I'll like post an
There's like a
Instagram
month or
reel, and now it's like once I post Instagram reel, like it's loading, and then I'll go to the next one, and it's already got me hooked within the first like second, and I'm on the app. Then I scroll through Instagram reels. I'm like, what the hell? And same with like YouTube. Like YouTube's the same thing. It opens to shorts. It opens straight to YouTube Shorts when you're on the YouTube app, and I'm like, I wasn't here for shorts. I was here to like go to my channel or something, and now it's like opening straight to that. It's just like, how can we get people sucked into their phone more? You know, I guess, I mean, that's a good business model, but
I think they're both sort of competing for each other's audiences, which makes neither platform know what it wants to do. You know, TikTok is now pushing for longer form stuff with its like monetized minute and up like 3-minute videos. And like YouTube is pushing for shorts. And it's just like, hey, you guys do the other thing well. Why are you putting all this like attention and effort into the wrong thing? But I guess it's because they see each other as a threat.
Right, but it does feel like all messed up right now. Like it feels very. It's a weird period where everybody's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. It's like, because people like, do I post short form? Do I post long? Because once you do short form, it feels like you're trapped into short form.
Yeah.
And once you do long form, it's like, you can use short form, but like, why do short form? If you already got the long form down, it's like, why kind of tackle that? I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, it's weird. It feels like I don't even know what's next with all of that stuff, really. But YouTube changed a lot.
I've never found out something that compels me to do shorts. Like, I never posted on TikTok because when I do like a platform, it'd be so easy and logical and smart for me to do TikTok versions of my videos. Even something as lazy as just like the full 5-minute videos, just like dumped
in
on
vertical,
TikTok in like horizontal with like a caption at the top or something. It'd be so easy and logical, and it could probably just push people to my channel. But when I see like a platform, I see it as a creative tool, and that doesn't feel to me like a creative use of TikTok. And I would want to do something creative with like TikTok or Reels, but I just don't have an idea. Like I don't, and I'm like, I'd like my YouTube to exist in one place. It's like, if you want to see this, it's here, you know? And
well, the way you do YouTube, are you looking at like the algorithm and like what does well? I have to get a good title thumbnail, because it doesn't seem like you have a strategy to any of it. It just seems like, I like this, I'm having fun doing it, this is how I express myself creatively, and I'm just going to send it out there.
Yeah, that's pretty well what I do. I was like, Trent was there when my channel took off. We had our first animations. Got a lot of attention, like the ones we did together. We did like an RPG series animation.
And the tailing missions.
And that was kind of, for the next 8 months, it was just animation after animation. I did 3 a month somehow. I was cranking them out.
That's
like
nuts.
add like 2 or 3 a month. And those were the things getting the views. But I always made sure to still do live action, still do other stuff, and just do what I want to do, because I knew I could get pigeonholed hard. And I still did. I think I ultimately, like, my animations are still the things that get the most views. But I think by like being like, hey, I'm not just the animation guy, it showed enough people that now I have like a tight audience of like, which a lot of people, 100,000 people who will watch whatever I put out, which I'll take that any day over 4 million people who are just waiting for the one thing, you know?
That's
yeah.
You just call me out.
Oh well, you have the food content.
No, it's like, well, that's
It's
the
just
thing
how
is
the-
like, I would take that over like any day. I would take 20K people that coming back video to see all of your videos. Then you know, like, I mean, I have like 4.6 million on TikTok, but like, a lot of those people just want to see me like give a food hack, or they want to see me cover myself in sauce. Like, and it's like, no, I'm not the sauce guy. I was the sauce guy. I was the food guy. And now it's like, I'm kind of just trying to, you know, kind of like honestly do a little bit what you did, was like, oh, I'm not just animation. I'm just kind of just want to do whatever I want to do now, you know? And I think that's a good philosophy for doing any content, and I think that's kind of the approach that you take.
It's a bad philosophy if you want to make money. It's a good it's a good philosophy if you want to just like be happy. And I think the platforms are prioritizing the content of the videos over the creator of the videos. I think like art in any form is always most interesting when you engage with it at the artist level and you're like, what else have they done? What is the breadth of this person's expression?
Right.
It's like, yeah, he did this movie, but he also did this movie. It's like, oh, he did this song, but he was in this band and he was in the, and like getting a full feel. And the platforms right now are like pushing the thing that did well, do that again. And because it's like, it's like, the algorithm should be like, hey, you liked this video. How about this one that's a little different, but by the same artist or by somebody the artist knows or by, they're, and it's just doing it for clicks, obviously, and it's working because they aren't changing it. Yeah. But like, it's like your food, like instantaneously, I think the algorithm knows that like, oh, you did a video covered in sauce. Yeah. Let's show that to a million more people than we show anything else to. Yeah. I don't even think it's like an initial engagement and it snowballs thing. I think the algorithms now detect that video is a food covered in food video. So we're going to actually show that and we're not going to show it. The other thing.
It's actually frustrating for creators because it's like kind of like your animation thing, and it's like the sauce thing too. It's like that was 3 years ago. Like I haven't cooked a recipe on my page in maybe a year and a half. And people are like, oh, you do food stuff. I'm like, I haven't done that in a while. And then like also the sauce content, people are like, oh, you cover yourself in sauce. I'm like, I haven't done that in 3 years. But it works still now. Right now I'm like trying to like build up my Instagram. And what did I do? I went to my Reels tab to see if it works. I reposted all my sauce videos and I'm almost at 100K in like a month just from reposting my old sauce videos on my reel, not even on my feed. I'm like, right now it's like videos are getting like hundreds of thousands, millions. I'm like, why does that work? I don't even like that content. I don't even do that content. And it works over and over and over. And once, I don't know what it is, but I think that's what leaves a lot of creators like getting that short-term success. And then they're like there and they're like, oh, I'm not happy now. Yeah. I'm like, I now what do I do? Like, I'm not happy. I'm only doing this and I don't like it anymore. I don't know.
And it's such a sad message to send to anyone who wants to be an artist. The second you try something else is like, don't do that. It's like, oh, bad idea. Don't do that. It's like if I was thick-skinned enough to be like, the views aren't my desires, but like if you're somebody who like you saw that big spike in views from one thing, you're gonna and you're chasing that. You're chasing the dragon of the views,
I mean, I used to sit there just refreshing my page to like watch the videos, like the views increase for a while. Like I remember once I first started TikTok, I would do that. I'd be like, refresh, and it'd be like, okay, 100 views, 300 views. Oh my god, 1,000 views, 10,000, a million, 3 million. I just like kept like refreshing to see my numbers go. But it's like it's like kind of messed up. Like you like you're like addicted to it. I don't know. It's weird, but and then you want to keep redoing it. I don't know.
On a fundamental level, it's like that's a cool thing. It's cool that we have the internet, and it's cool that the internet gets our stuff out to so many new people. And it's a cool thing to see that people are engaging with something you made, something about you, something, And I don't think I think like. Sometimes we're a little too down on it. Is like, oh, you're chasing views. It's like, no, I want to make stuff that connects with people, and views to some level are some sort of degree of measurement of connection with these other people. And, if art is anything, it's a shout into the unknown, like, do any of you get this? Whether it be the stupidest fart joke or the most like deep and sincere thing, you're throwing something out there to hear an echo of people being like, yeah, that rocks. And I think views are a pretty hollow way, and I don't think they're always accurate, but it's like it makes sense that that's exciting. When you see the views going up, it's like, okay, the thing I made is there's something to it, and
like it's good. It's just
a
good form of validation, really. Like it's like reassurance that you're doing something that people like, and not only just to make yourself feel good, like, oh, I'm doing something good, but also like I made other people feel good. If they like this, then it's like, it's a good feeling. But and it's crazy that like a lot of your fans are like, that 100,000 that you said that come back, like I met one of them. Remember I
Yeah,
sent you the
yeah.
video? Did you see the video?
No, I don't think so.
I sent him a video. I met this guy. I went to this like networking thing, and I met this guy that was like, oh, I'll help you with your Snapchat, this and that. And then he's like, let me get your Instagram. And I was like, okay, sure. And then he's like, oh my God, like Joel Haver follows you? And I was like, yeah, like that's my friend. Like, yeah, Joel. Like, and then he was like, oh my God, hold up. Like, I got to sit down. Like, he was like ready to leave. And like, he literally like sat down with me for 30 minutes and like talked about you, which is crazy. I was like,
Yeah, you
that's
sent me
wild.
a
Like,
video.
and then he's like, can you send him a video? Like, I always talk about Joel Haver, how he's like the perfect example of like a content creator to like model yourself after or something. And he's like, he like pitches your name or something. I don't even know how he said it, but he was like, man, like, it's just a shame. Like, he just tell him to like sell out. Like, he needs to like make money or like start like doing brand deals or this and that. And I'm like, damn, like, just let Joel be happy. like let him just like, even if he's not like selling out and doing the brand deals or suing SNL or whatever. Yeah, but I don't know. But that was crazy. But yeah, no. I do have gifts.
Whoa.
What?
I have gifts.
Why?
And because it's time. It's
Oh, you don't have to do that.
no.
And they're in the cooler.
I'm gonna give Trent his gift first.
Oh, you got wrapping paper
Oh,
on
Got
it,
wrapping
too.
paper. It's
Thank
wrapping
you.
foil, and this is something that I think you'll.
I think I know what it
Dude,
is.
it looks like a
Do you-
fat
I can
ripping
tell what it
bong.
is.
You can tell what it is.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fat
Is it
ripping
a
bong.
Kirby automaton
Here
thing?
we go. Let's
No
see.
way.
Is it a fat ripping bong?
It could be a bong.
Wait, dude, that's sick. Holy crap.
I'm glad you heard that.
Yo!
It's a Kirby automaton.
Hell
That's
yeah.
crazy. You
Yo.
got? How did you know that?
I don't know. Well, I like Kirby, and I saw the shape, and I'm like, yeah, it looks like that.
Do you have a Kirby
I
automaton?
do not.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Wow.
thank you so
Yeah.
much.
I was like, I don't.
That's the most specific. I mean, the shape at least gave away a
Yeah.
little.
From a mile away.
Oh, I know that.
I know
what
that.
is.
That's a Kirby automaton. But no, I thought I was like, okay, Trent likes Kirby,
I do.
and
love Kirby.
automaton is something that I really don't think he would have.
No, I was actually just looking at them a couple days ago.
The Kirby automatons?
just in general, the
Just
instrument.
wow! And now you have
I
one.
want to try. Should I
You
try
can
it?
try it out right now. We have batteries for
I
it
have
and
no
everything.
idea how they work.
I don't either.
You have to
It's
play
just
it.
a speaker.
It might. I don't
Is
know.
it-
I think it's the same brand that
I
is
know
the
they
one I
just
got.
go like. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. Is it? Do we need a knife to open it?
Does this one sound like Kirby?
Oh,
That would be crazy.
Does it
What
sound
does
like
Kirby
Kirby?
sound like? I used to love. I used to
Kirby.
I used to love Kirby as a kid.
I
Actually,
love Kirby.
I used to play. That was like
Kirby
my
Air
favorite.
Ride. Did you play that on GameCube?
Kirby Air Ride. No, I wasn't a GameCuber, but on the Nintendo DS, I played all of the Kirby games.
Did you play the one where you draw the path for him to roll on? That one was fun.
Oh yeah, It was like-
Canvas curse or
yeah,
something?
and yeah, I remember that. Like, cause he doesn't have any arms or legs in that one.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
a ball the
Yeah.
whole time. So it needs batteries.
Oh.
I think we need to.
They're in the device probably.
It sounds so cool.
I think we need to unscrew something, don't we?
All right.
There's a plastic tab blocking the battery from the connector in the back.
There's a screw.
Is there? I think it's a screw. I think we need a screwdriver to open it. Yeah. Can you grab a?
Trent's scared of screwdrivers.
Jamie, can you grab that screwdriver?
There better not be a screwdriver in this room.
That's
I'll
crazy.
freak out.
Trent, you should do a
So-
series where you talk to this.
Okay.
Talking to my Kirby automaton.
Dude,
That
thank
could
you
be
so much.
no, for sure.
I don't know how I guessed.
I have no idea
I saw
how
the
you guessed
shape
that.
and I was like, it
you
looks
really
like-
thought it was like you knew it was an automaton is the craziest thing. I understand the shape makes sense.
Mm.
I guess you could put it together. Yeah, you know you like Kirby, and you know everybody knows you like.
And
Kirby.
you knew one of these existed, the
Yeah.
Kirby version.
Yeah.
yeah. That makes sense.
That's why. Were you going to get the Kirby one,
No.
or were you were just looking to
I
look
was
see
just
them?
I was just looking. No.
Been there,
Damn.
done that. Am I right, fellas?
That goes hard.
You want this back?
You know, you could keep that.
Oh.
The little screwdriver
you
should
want
be in that drawer.
I'm literally like I was holding it to look for it.
Liam, can we do a clip for the podcast?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For that,
Clip this. Get a clip of this.
yeah. So
Might get a.
can we do? I think this would be funny to do a clip that's a joke. I'm gonna tell a joke that's like a classic joke that makes no sense, but we're gonna act like it's funny as fuck.
Okay, yeah.
And then you could just clip this without this lead up to it.
That's so funny. All right, yeah, let's do it. Hold on.
So my grandfather used.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Good time for something to go wrong.
All right.
Cameras have a 30-minute.
Yeah, I don't know how to get the cameras
Yeah,
running
clip
for
this.
30 minutes. It's so dumb.
Clip this too.
All right. Clip this also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Ready?
yeah.
All right. So my grandfather used to tell me this joke as a kid, and I think it's still funny to this day, you know, as a kid. But anyways, so a man walks into the doctor's office holding a turtle,
Okay.
and the doctor looks at the turtle and he says, "Huh, why do you bring your turtle into the doctor's office today?" And the man says, "Well, I wanted to get the shell looked at." And the doctor said, "Okay, I'm not a veterinarian, but I could do that." So he has his appointment. He goes home to his wife, and his wife says, "Honey, any news from the doctor?" And he says, "Well, the turtle's doing fine, but looks like my dick doesn't work anymore."
That's so
Thank
good.
you guys.
That was
Thank
great.
you so
That
much.
was
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That's fucking funny. Do we have batteries for that?
Oh.
AAA batteries?
That was actually like a funny joke though. Like I feel like it made sense.
It kind of made sense by accident. Shit, that kind of made sense.
Dude,
You could do another one. We could do one that makes no sense
All right,
at all.
let's do one that makes no sense.
Yeah.
All right, leave that one in the podcast,
Yeah.
but this one will be clipped.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wait. Doing it.
Screwdriver to put it back together when you're ready.
Thank you.
All right, Trent, you could be assembling that as I tell the joke.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Should I not acknowledge you at all?
Yeah.
Should I just be like, just stuck there?
Yeah, but you still gotta laugh at the joke.
No.
What?
No.
Because it has to
I
be
can't
so
laugh at
because it makes no sense.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of my favorite jokes. I tell it whenever I meet somebody new, just because it's like a crazy thing to
Yeah.
tell somebody. But so a bartender's working after hours. He's cleaning up the bar, and a man bangs on the glass, and he says, "Let me in, let me in." The bartender says, "Hey, bar's closed. You can't come in." And the guy bangs harder. "Let me in, let me in." And the bartender goes over. Okay. Opens the door, lets the guy inside. And he sits at the bar and he tries to order a drink. And he says, "Hey, I said we're closed." And he said, "Well, I'd really like a drink because I've had a hard night." And he's like, "Hard night how?" And the guy says, "I don't know. You tried being married to an ostrich."
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because his wife's an ostrich.
That would be hard to be married to an ostrich.
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah,
that
oh,
was
yeah,
sick.
man.
That was
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
Dude, hell yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
I should just
That's so funny.
I should do that for like the podcast. Just like have really like bad clips. Like
Just
what
stage.
the fuck happened?
Yeah,
Like,
what the
I need to watch this whole podcast. Just make the clips. It's like the thumbnail like being clickbaity, but like the clips are super clickbaity. That's so funny.
Should I try?
Something deep that's like makes no sense.
Oh, like really
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
You know, when I was younger, like I just and then the ending just makes no sense
Yeah.
at all.
Should I try?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh.
So hold on, let me see it. I had one of these.
Did I put the batteries in wrong?
It's like the whammy bar in Guitar Hero,
Yeah.
like is the thing. Have you ever seen an automaton like play like Hallelujah? Have you ever seen that clip? He knows how to actually play the automaton.
You do?
A little bit. Try it.
Whoa.
Try it. Show him
Do you wanna try?
how to play.
I played the tin whistle.
So you kind of like you kind of press down and then.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. You could learn how to play.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it? You do the Hallelujah, right?
Wait, let me try.
I can try. If you ever make
And also you can make it like low too.
Oh, excuse me.
And then
Yeah.
there's really high.
Fart reference.
Sound.
Yeah, it could be like a whistle.
Whoa.
Here. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Because there's an automaton online that plays Hallelujah, and I thought it was
Play
great.
this regularly. I gotta think of the tone.
Hell yeah.
I can't do it.
It was close.
I can try it again.
That's close enough.
There we go. That's close though.
Whoa.
Not bad, though.
Amazing.
Hey.
Yeah. Do you play any instruments?
Thank you very much. Yes.
Of course.
He plays
What-
the Kirby automaton.
Do you play the Kirby
this
automaton
one.
now?
No, I played a couple. I was in band like all through elementary school and high school and college.
That was the only class I've ever failed.
Band?
I was like,
Why?
straight A student, and then I just didn't show up to any of the band things.
gotta
That's a
show
good
up.
way to fail.
Yeah, you gotta show up.
I would just like didn't show up to the concerts, the performances. Well, it's because they gave me like the lamest instruments. Like
What'd you play?
I played,
Sousaphone.
Sousaphone's awesome.
No.
I was percussion.
I was percussion.
Right.
Why is that lame?
Oh, you did the? Do you do the bass and the timpani?
Yeah.
Those were sick, but I never got put on them.
What did you get put on?
So you know the song. Yeah,
you got the slapstick.
I got the slapstick.
Slapstick's awesome.
Yeah, but I had two things the whole thing. It was and then
That's the best part.
it's funny. It is the best part, and it was fun. But the thing is I missed one, and he got so mad at me. His name was Mr. Archinal, and he was so mean.
Call
to
it
us.
out. Call
Call
out.
him out.
Come on, Mr. Archinal was so mean to
Mr.
all of
Archinal
us.
was
Really,
mean to Liam.
he was mean to all of the percussion. He liked everybody. He didn't like our percussion team.
And can we flash his address on the screen real quick?
Yep. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's the address.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah.
We go. You just go over there and rob him.
Yeah. Wow.
But no. But then I did triangle too. So it's
Yeah.
triangle and slapstick, and
Oh.
I don't know. I just was like not into it. But it's weird because I wish I would have taken it more seriously. Because now I like want to learn how to like sing and do piano and guitar and stuff. But
Never too late. I'm just
Yeah.
starting.
you're just
Yeah.
starting piano. Well, you've
Piano?
been doing piano for a while.
Yeah, I've done it for a year now. I it's the only instrument I knew a little, but like when I say I knew, it's like I knew how to play Let It Be or something, you know, like.
Yeah.
But like,
We played that at my dad's funeral. Isn't that
oh
crazy?
yeah, it's a good song
Yeah.
to play.
It's tattooed on my back.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's never too late. I'm getting into it and loving it. You
Yeah.
know, you just gotta like dedicate the time. All it took for me was just buying a nice piano, and I actually
And
started
just doing
playing
it?
like not a piano, but like a digital piano.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
Did you guys both practice music like often? You guys should start a band.
I don't regularly.
I play. I try to play most days when I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. And do you play instruments now, or were you just band like percussion band stuff?
Mostly that. I love doing like marimba and vibraphone, the more melodic stuff.
That's sweet.
But yeah, after college, I kind of didn't really do anything. I do have a ukulele though, which I haven't touched in a while, but I kind of want
I
to
have a
get back
guitar.
into it. Oh.
I don't touch it.
Yeah, you should touch it.
You should
I
touch.
touched it today for the first time, and
Oh.
I tried to play it, and I was like, I don't know anything. I forgot everything I know. I knew how to play "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran because my ex-girlfriend, that was our song, and I got really sad, and I was like, I'm gonna learn this in like one day. I was like doing the whole fantasizing, like after the breakup, like maybe once we're together again, like in the future, like I'll just I'll play it for her, and then I got over it like a few months later, and then I forgot the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now to play that, and now to play "Other Side" by I was gonna say Black Eyed Peas, but it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Same
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 thing.
idea.
Yeah, same thing,
band,
really.
pretty much
Food?
that band, yeah.
Food and
Food.
the color, really.
Food, color,
Genre of music.
Yeah.
I'd, hot. Those are interchangeable.
I'd.
I'd.
I thought that's funny. And I have Joel's gift now.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Actually, should we
You
do?
have to
Yeah,
guess.
we should.
You have to guess exactly what it is.
Is it a Kirby automaton?
Oh,
This looks like a
Yeah.
book.
I got like an easy.
It
shape.
looks
You got
lighter
a
than a
cube.
book.
You don't
Oh.
know. Nobody knows what it is, but it's. I love it.
This is like a painting.
Ooh.
You're gonna have to show it to
Oh.
the camera.
Is
too.
it a homemade? Should I open it facing the
Yeah.
camera? All right, this is my full live Joel. Whoa! Holy crap!
Whoa! Hell yeah! Oh my god!
I'll never forget this
It's so
moment.
beautiful.
I'll never forget this moment.
I saw you carrying that to the house the other day. I thought it was you and your girlfriend.
No. It was me and Joel, not me and my girlfriend.
It's beautiful.
You guys are gonna want to if you buy these on Lunchbox merch.
That
Yes,
would be
yeah.
hilarious.
We're selling-
We sell them.
Someone clip this. Someone clip this.
Yo,
Someone's
you
gotta
gotta.
clip
This is a clippable
This is
moment.
so
Somebody's
clippable.
gotta clip this, man.
Should you guys reenact it?
No, man. This is a saucy kiss
Where were we in that?
in Amsterdam.
No, but like where in Amsterdam? Where
I think we were right. We could easily find out if we look up.
you know where we were, right?
If we look up
We were right
Doof.
down the street from Central at the
Yeah.
station.
We were right in front of the big thing.
Walking towards Central because
Yeah.
that's where we parted ways.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you had the tacos.
Yep.
Also with the big statue of the guy.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know what he's being called.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful gift.
Yeah. I was
I
like,
got.
that's
I should hang
perfect.
it up in the living room and the public space, so the roommates can see it every day.
Yeah. That was
Beautiful.
And I just had to have my eyes open because I just wanted to see. I just
both of
wanted
our
to
eyes
see
are
how
open in that.
beautiful
Both of us
you
are
are.
like looking at each other. I'm
And-
like trying not to laugh too.
And this whole crowd has their backs turned but they don't know what they're missing.
no, I don't know what they're
They
missing
couldn't
at
take
all.
in the beauty.
They couldn't take
They
it
weren't
in.
prepared.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This is a great gift.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd
this
be
is gonna.
there.
Oh, I bet the platforms are gonna ban this if I leave it here for the rest of the podcast. Freaking close-minded. Yeah,
Yeah.
men do this sometimes. People.
Have you ever been banned? Either of you? Like gotten a flag or a warning or a strike?
I haven't.
You haven't?
I got my YouTube taken down in 2017. This is way before I had any sort of audience.
It was taken down.
They just fully terminated my channel.
What?
And YouTube has no recourse. It's just like bots, and you submit an appeal. And I don't know if they still do this, but at the time it said like, give the reason why you think you got banned, which is ridiculous.
That's
It didn't
so
even
weird.
tell me.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I don't know, like music copyright, because I used to use
Yeah.
like copywritten music way more. And they're just like, appeal rejected.
What?
Your channel's gone.
So you got to start a new one?
No, the only way to like get stuff back on YouTube is you have to make a stink on Reddit or Twitter and get some YouTube employee's attention. So I just made a bunch of posts on the YouTube subreddit, and like I got in touch with somebody. They're like, "Oh, your channel was banned for severe child endangerment."
Oh.
And I was like, "What?"
That's
and then they
nuts.
just wouldn't respond. I'm like, hello, this isn't. What does this mean?" And then I had to make another post about it, and people were like, "Dude, just admit you endangered children." And I'm like, "What are you
Just
talking
admit
about?"
you
And like people were just trolling me, and I was getting so mad because I wanted my channel back. And then I finally got in touch with another YouTube person, and they looked into it. They're like, "Oh, sorry, it was a mistake," and they
That's
reinstated
nuts.
my channel.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
God.
they're like, "I don't know how this happened. Like, we'd never really have this like severe of a
That's
charge."
so weird.
And they're like, it was an accident. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then they put my channel
That was
back.
2018?
2017.
2017. That's crazy back then even. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
Now you could just like write in YouTube help or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they took my like strikes off. I just have a warning now,
Yeah.
but yeah. But you guys have been doing videos together for like life? Like how long have you guys known each other? Like you guys are like
We,
It's high school.
high
Tight,
school. We
That's when we
met
first
in
met.
high school, maybe 10th grade, because he was a grade below me.
Mm.
I'd say we got closer towards the end of high school and then really close after, like in college.
Yeah.
And not even like we'd see each other over the summers because, we went to different cities, different colleges.
Yeah.
But we really got close making my first movie, We Are Sasquatch, in 2016. Trent
yeah.
was the star
Yes.
of that movie. There was 3 main characters, and Trent was one of them.
Ian Packer.
And that was his first big
Packer.
role. And then we kept in touch, and then like COVID, which is crazy. It was 4
Yeah.
years later.
I know. Yeah.
4 years later, we finally like made
Both,
start.
both ended up back in our
Yeah.
hometown.
Both ended up back home and started making stuff again. And
Yeah.
poetically, that's when the channel took off. When we were just
Really?
like,
So it just
living
took
with
off
our-
in like 2020?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
end of 2020.
I thought
it's-
it like
it's-
took off a long time ago.
Almost 3 years since like no, it took off in 2020.
Oh.
Before that, I had like a couple hundred views on every video.
Wow.
And I was posting
And you were, like,
every week. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Like it's so nuts when I was like asking you advice on like YouTube, you're like, dude, I just posted 2 videos a week. And it's the same advice I give people with like TikTok and
Yeah.
like short form content. Cause like I was like, like when someone asked me, I'm like, I posted 2 to 3 times every day for
Yeah.
2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like yours for YouTube, you told me like I posted 2 videos every week for like ever. And
Yeah.
then I like eventually it like caught on. It's just consistency really. But
It is consistency, but I'd add the big caveat: consistently do what you like, because don't like be consistent with just whatever you think the algorithm is gonna take.
yeah.
Like make stuff you're really happy with, and take the long road and get there. Like, because I'm glad people found my channel, and it was like people were like excited because it was like plundering a mine of all this videos no one saw, and they saw good stuff that I was proud of. You know,
Yeah.
if people just stumble upon like a pile of just whatever that you're just like not passionate about, that's gonna be what
Right.
they expect from you. Once
Yeah.
you know, it's just gonna be whatever. But I'd say it's better
Slow and
to
steady.
spend those 2 to 3 years with no one watching, but you're doing something you love, than it is to like get fame fast and dirty, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
It always comes back to the story, Tortoise and the Hare. I know it's
Yeah.
super cheesy, but
What's that story? Can you tell?
so Tortoise and the Hare,
What?
you know, like the hare, like is super fast, and then you
Is
know,
this
like-
someone I know?
Yeah, have you haven't heard the story?
I
Tortoise
don't
and the
know
Hare?
these people. No.
No, so there's like a children's book. You've never heard this?
And then the tortoise goes home to his wife and says, "I'm having a tough time at this race." And the wife says, "Get back out there." And he says, "Aye, aye, Captain."
And then the tortoise wins.
That's the same guy. That's the tortoise the guy brought to the
Yeah,
lecture?
yep, same
Whoa.
tortoise. Right?
That's the story, and that's why the tortoise wins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
But-
because your wife is always right, whether we want to admit it or not. Women, our wives are right, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Should we do the deep? Should we do the deep thing that doesn't make sense that Liam suggested?
Oh yeah, we'll
All
do a
right.
deep
What's
one
that?
now.
It's
You-
like
you
we
do
did
it.
the
You
joke
do
that
the
doesn't
deep
make
one.
sense. You're telling us about like some event that opened your eyes, but it doesn't make, and we're just agreeing. All right,
Oh.
just lie.
Yeah.
Ready and
Yeah. So like when you're driving a car, it's like you don't really have control of the car itself. You're only controlling what you do inside the vehicle.
yeah.
And it's when you think about it, that's kind of how we go around the world. Is we go through our days, and we're in these cars, but they're not really the cars themselves. They're sometimes us.
Bodies.
Yeah, body. That's the word people would use. But yeah.
And then
Something like that.
flash a photo of Trent's like book cover. Like it's him like this. And
That's so funny.
some thoughts I've had over my my years of living
Things
by
that-
Trent Linkarski.
Things I thought about.
Things I thought about by Trent Linkarski. New York Times bestseller.
Oh yeah, aren't you like the mayor in one of his videos
Oh,
or
yeah.
something? Like you win the mayor.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I'm running
What have you like? What's your experience with like Joel and like his like filming shit?
How do you
Like,
mean?
what's it like? Did you learn from Joel? Like,
Yes.
do you kind of do like just like whatever you want really? Like, is your philosophy the same where like I'm just gonna make shit that I want?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's taught me all the technical stuff.
Yeah.
Everything I've learned about filming is from filming with you or you helping me with a problem I've had.
Hell yeah.
Editing
goes
too.
hard.
Yeah.
That goes hard.
But did you
Yeah.
you did film before, or did
I
you
did not.
start? You just started doing film once you met Joel. That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known. I would have thought like you went to school with him. So
Yeah.
No, I went to school for national security
Yeah.
and I have a minor
Wow.
in history. And then I
That's
was like,
crazy.
I don't want to do this anymore.
that's wild.
I wanna
And then
make
you were
stuff.
working your job, and you quit last year. And I remember we were
Yeah.
at Salt and Straw, and you're like, "Oh, I don't work there anymore." So now I
Yeah.
could get ice cream in the week.
yeah.
Because we used to get Salt and Straw like every month. We would try the new flavors and
Mm.
stuff. And speaking of which,
They're back to the
Salt and
Thanksgiving flavors.
I know they're
Yes.
back to Thanksgiving, but they have new ones that
Oh.
I actually have for us right now.
Whoa.
What? No
Because yeah,
No
because
way.
I know you like Salt and Straw.
Whoa.
Heck?
And I got 3 spoons.
Yeah.
Hey,
But-
can we read what that says?
Oh yeah, what does it say?
Oh, I don't think we can read that out loud.
It says, "Hey, spoiler, life's about to get a whole lot sweeter."
Did you write that?
A little controversial. No, it's Salt and Straw's like branding. They put stuff on. I don't know.
Oh, I thought
It looks handwritten.
it looks like you wrote that.
Yeah, but
That's
so,
your
It says-
handwriting.
It says from Liam. on
It says
the bottom.
Liam on
No,
it.
that's
Oh, thank
Wow.
you.
oh, there's spoons in here, but that's fine. We'll just use those
Oh.
ones.
These ones are
suck.
better.
Well, now I'm conflicted.
So
Oh, no.
the flavors I got one from last month. Did you try last month's flavors?
They had one
Yeah.
really good month.
I forget
So
what I got.
last
but
month's
yeah.
flavor. So pretty much, I normally make people like eat weird, gross shit on this page.
Yeah.
On the podcast, like
I-
Spencer ate durian and Blake
Oh, I was
didn't
expecting.
want to do it. But
I was
yeah,
expecting we would have.
yeah
to
we
eat
were
a
gonna do durian, but I was like,
How bad is durian?
it's not gross. It just smells a little bad. Blake hated the smell of it. He would not eat. Spencer ate it and swallowed it.
Yeah.
He did not like it either.
Do you like the
Just
taste?
garbage.
It's not worth
is-
it.
Yeah.
What does
It's
it
just
taste
not
like?
worth it.
Have you tried that really stinky fish that you have to open outside?
Oh.
Oh, speaking of,
heard
I
of
also have that. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Well, you guys don't even eat. You're vegetarian, and you're.
I do whatever
You,
now.
oh, you don't
Yeah.
do pescatarian anymore?
No.
Okay. Well, I was like trying to keep that in mind. I was gonna do the anchovy pineapple pizza that Joe Rogan talked
Oh
about
my
or
God.
whatever, but I was like, okay, I'll go Salt and Straw. So last month they had this flavor, but I just got these today. Creepy crawly critters. There's bugs
Oh.
in there. You can't really eat that one, I don't think, because
Yeah.
you know,
I'll try-
vegetarian.
What kind of bugs?
And then this one I also don't think you could have.
Is that
I
turkey?
hope I got one that you could actually have. Hold on. Cinnamon and honey fried chicken.
Nice.
Ooh,
That one sounds decent.
I was looking at that.
I
one.
hope I got one that Joel could try. If not, then I'll make you try something else. Turkey stuffing and cranberry sauce, which also Joel can try.
It's okay if there's bugs in it, that's fine. I think the bugs I'm not.
Dark chocolate covered crickets.
And here we go. This one, I've never seen this one. It's not even on last month's menu, I don't think, and it's not on this month's menu. Chocolate potato salad. Which
Wow.
you could have this one.
Whoa.
And you're gonna eat potatoes after this. But
Yeah, we're going to potato.
potato
After this,
bar.
we're going to the Baked Potato Jazz Club.
Yeah.
So when you're watching this, catch us there.
Yeah.
yeah, catch us at the baked potato. So yeah, this is like matcha and bugs. If you want to try these, cinnamon honey fried chicken's gonna be good.
Turkey stuffing and cranberry sauce. That'll be.
Yeah.
like
Well,
that'll be
last
good.
year, remember they had the bacon. It's turkey skin, like turkey skin Thanksgiving, and they got rid of it. And that one was my favorite one.
If you ever stop believing, eat some ice cream.
Yeah.
on the top?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you just came up with that.
I did.
Well, they made it up. So this is chocolate potato salad. Oh,
What did you do-
Invisalign? You
Oh.
just took your
I took my
teeth off?
What did you do?
It's my Invisalign.
All right.
I've been Invisalining for.
Shall
only
we
got
dive
2 more
in?
months left.
Sure.
Chocolate potato
So
salad.
we're all just gonna pick one up.
Sure.
I'm gonna try the cinnamon honey fried chicken first.
I'm gonna wait
I'll
for
do
you
the-
guys to take a
I'll
big
do
bite.
the turkey stuffing and cranberry sauce. Shall we?
Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
boys.
Chocolate potato salad sounds gross. Chocolate potato salad ice cream.
I'm interrogating it with my mouth.
It's weird. It's weird eating ice cream, but it's turkey flavored.
You could taste. Can you like
It tastes
taste the
like-
sausage?
I don't know. The cranberry's good. Because it's cranberry and turkey. Cranberry sauce is
Well, it
good.
can't be gross if like you tried.
What did you try?
I tried the honey fried chicken one.
How is it?
The cinnamon's good. The chicken's fine. It's okay. I thought it would be better than it is, but cinnamon ice cream is one of my favorites.
That
So
one's not terrible. I'll try. Yeah. Should we both try the bug one at the same time?
yeah, we should try
Okay.
the bug one at the same time.
I'm down to try a bite of the bug one.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Sometimes I have junior mints, which are hotly contested to be either vegetarian or not because they have lac from lac beetles in it. And the lac is a beetle product, so technically that would make it vegetarian and not vegan.
Oh.
But to collect the lac, you have to kill a bunch of them. So, yeah, like they scrape it off the branches, and they scrape it off the branches. That process kills a bunch of bugs.
And that's 100% true.
I think so.
And it's junior mints or York peppermint patties.
York are vegetarian. They don't have the lac.
Okay. You could just do like junior mints better than York peppermint patties. Is that why you're like?
Yeah, junior mints are yummy.
I think junior mints are better than York peppermint
Yeah.
patties actually.
This is very interesting. The
They are.
potato salad.
Junior mints are. Sorry, I was
Yeah, they
in
are
the zone.
for sure.
Do you guys? this one we could all talk about. How's this?
This one's good. The cinnamon and honey fried chicken.
Yeah, that one's good. This one, I can taste the sausage, like the
The
it
turkey.
tastes like turkey sausage or something.
I didn't get that.
Let
It
me
just
see.
tastes like turkey to me.
You want to try the
Oh, I didn't
potato
try.
salad?
Oh boy.
It's, this one. It took me a long time.
Oh no, it's stuffing.
This one took me a long time to figure out, and I'm still figuring it out.
This is one I was scared for.
chocolate
Chocolate
potato salad.
potato salad.
I can't even tell what it is I'm tasting.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like, there's moments where I'm like, this is a potato I'm tasting or potato salad, but the chocolate sort of like combines with like the mayonnaise potato salad taste. Isn't it weird? I don't think it's like I was getting used to it the more I ate, but it's very savory at the same time as being sweet.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like you're like, and then you want to throw up after. The chocolate is good. And then afterwards, it tastes like someone farted in your mouth, like someone fully ripped ass in your mouth, which could be good.
yeah.
I take it back. I like it.
That's weird.
I don't know. It never like,
It's like
resolves. It
It's-
never resolves to tasting like potatoes. It like is getting there,
Mm-hmm.
but I like don't wind up tasting the potato.
It's not potato.
It's
It's like chocolate covered deviled eggs.
yeah.
You ever had a
Yeah.
deviled egg?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
has
like a
deviled
chocolate
egg.
covered deviled egg. It's like
I love deviled eggs, but not with chocolate.
It got better the second bite and third bite.
The texture's weird.
it's
the
the
texture's on it,
aftertaste of
it's
it's
like-
kind of just like, yeah, like you're. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll do
ASMR.
one bite of bugs. Let's see how many bugs. There's dark chocolate covered crickets in here, and any other bugs? Just some crickets.
Just some crickets. I've eaten more
Well,
crickets this
technically-
year than I
Oh.
ever thought I'd eat.
It's weird how it
Coconut. There's toasted mealworms as well.
We ate crickets on that last episode with Spencer.
Oh yeah.
Spencer ate.
Aren't
a
they
grasshopper.
good?
I ate a bunch of crickets in Mexico City, like a ton.
I've had mealworms before, weirdly, in New York.
Just like
they good?
sugary ones that
Yeah.
they coat.
Sugary ones.
It was kind of like a not a scam, but it was like a gimmick thing where it was like you get a free waffle, and I was like, oh cool, and it's like, well, it's free if you get it with this special thing on it, and it was mealworms. But if you got it without the mealworms, you had to pay.
Were they
for it.
alive?
No, they were dead.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So it was-
I could imagine eating.
What did they taste like? Just salty?
Just like crunchy, salty little things.
Kind of like potato chips, right?
Yeah, they
Like a
weren't
tiny
bad.
little.
My friend Ben threw up though.
I just don't like legs. The legs are what creep me out.
Have you eaten a live bug?
I definitely have like eaten a
Are the
live
bugs-
ant. An ant has crawled in my mouth.
Yeah.
Are the bugs just like ground up in it?
Do you know
You might have to
swallow?
go deeper in there.
Do you know you swallow 1,000 spiders every year?
Do you know the average person swallows 6 worms every year?
What flavor is this other than bugs? It says tapioca.
I thought you were gonna say like
I don't think I got any bugs.
in a
there.
lifetime. Oh, right. Yeah. We'll try it together, guys.
I think the bugs are pretty finely ground.
Here, I'm going to look deeper. Oh, no. They're in there.
Oh no.
You could see
Let
they're
me
like
see.
in there.
Oh, I see.
Oh, there's like coconut brittle.
You eat bugs today? Did you wake up today knowing you would eat bugs?
Nah, man.
Me neither.
Yeah, if you want to try it.
Though if I was
bug
going
thing.
on a Liam podcast, I'd probably assume there might be a weird thing going in my body. I don't know which end though. Am I right? Thank you. Did you have a bite with bugs?
Mm-hmm.
How
Oh, it
was
tastes
it?
like
Oh,
coconut.
I got a little bug in here.
Does it just taste salty?
Kind of just, it just tastes like matcha ice cream, really.
Oh,
It's very
it's
it's
The
matcha.
crunch is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a bug, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
You have to try again.
Well, it
'cause
tastes like matcha, though.
I'm just
it
gonna
does
have.
taste like matcha.
You're just so intrigued by the potato salad one. You can't stop going back for the potato salad one. You're going to start liking it the more you eat it.
There's somebody out there that this is like their favorite. They're like, they like need it.
I
Joel,
love it.
how dare you talk about the chocolate potato salad?
Yeah.
They're going to lose a subscriber.
Yep.
Will you lose a subscriber?
You're going to don't talk about the potato salad. You'll lose subscriber.
Are there any comments that you guys have gotten that like have just like been like in your mind forever? Like, is there any one specific comment that you're like that is hilarious or that actually?
I
hurt
have
me?
a couple.
Yeah.
I have an old video called. This is a video that got very little views because YouTube hides it. But I have an old video called "How to Fuck."
That's one of my favorite videos of yours. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
When-
we
when-
watched it together. It was hilarious.
Which is just a really anxious man trying to instruct you how to do foreplay on a pillow, and it's probably. I'm proud to say it's my most uncomfortable video, and maybe one of the most uncomfortable videos on YouTube. So it's like not sexy at all, but. This is gonna sound bad, but it has an overwhelmingly Indian audience, and I think it's because like they probably might have some restrictions on like internet pornography, so they're probably going on YouTube trying
Yeah.
to find sexy stuff. And you know all the search, so it's like 20% Indian, which none of my other videos are.
Yeah.
And all the search terms are how fuck, how sex vagina, sex fuck. Yeah, just like
sex vagina.
yeah. And one of my favorite comments ever is a guy with an Indian name and profile picture, and he just says, "Do some real." Do some real.
Do some.
Oh my god.
I love do some real.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do some.
Do
That
some-
one was
he
hilarious.
watches like a guy having a nervous breakdown on a pillow, and he's like, I want to see this guy have actual
Real
sex. Yeah, real sex. Yeah.
That's funny. Do you have any that stand out?
There's one. I think it's on one of your videos, but
Nicolas Cage.
oh no, not that one. There's a handful, but the one that I think is really funny is it was like, do you know the one? It's Trent was funnier when he was fat, but like I've never been like
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah.
Like I've had periods where I'm like chubby a little bit, but
Never noticeably to
Yeah.
the extent that I'd look at you and be like, oh, he's fat and now
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
skinny. Like you've been a pretty stable weight
Yeah.
as long as I've known you. But yeah, the guy's like, Trent's funnier when he was fat.
and I'm like,
Oh
when
my
was I
God.
fat?
When was he fat?
It was like weird to me.
That's funny.
And I was thinking also, somebody said Trent looks like a fat Nicolas Cage.
I've got that one too.
A fat Nicolas Cage. Trent has gotten enough Nicolas Cage comments to the point that there has to be some validity to it. You know,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
I
I
can-
would never have said you look like. If I had to be like, oh, what celebrity you look like, I would never pick
Yeah.
Nicolas
No, me
Cage.
neither.
But now that I've
The-
heard Nicolas Cage, I can morph like to see how that.
This is the
looks, you know?
funniest story about it because on Reddit there's this subreddit
think I know that.
old
Yeah.
school cool where people post like pictures of their parents or grandparents in the 80s or where they look cool, and somebody posted their dad skiing, and he looked so much like a midpoint between Trent and Nicolas Cage. This guy, and everyone in the comments is like, this looks like Nicolas Cage, but it also looked like Trent. So it made me almost start to see the resemblance because I was like, oh yeah.
I think someone shared it
That's
in
so
your
funny.
subreddit too or something.
Yeah. And I am haunted by a photograph of a cat.
Yeah.
A cat?
It's
I can try and find it if you want.
it's probably on my subreddit at some point.
Okay.
If you
I feel
scroll.
like isn't
But-
Reddit's how you got like
Yeah.
like notice, I guess, or whatever, right?
Yeah. on
Reddit's crazy.
videos,
I don't
yeah.
even know much about Reddit.
I was trying for years to get my stuff on there, and they have such strict anti self promotion rules. And like it's like 1/10 of your post have to be other stuff. You can't just spam your stuff. So like I was sharing like more than like 19/20ths or whatever you call that. Like 95% of my stuff was other people's stuff, and even then when I would try to share my own stuff when I wasn't getting views, they'd block it and say like, oh, you're breaking this up. And I'm like, look at my account, I post so much other people's stuff. I like posting other people's stuff. But yeah, Reddit's a strange beast. But anyways, when it comes to looking like stuff, I have been mentioned. Wait, don't show it yet.
Oh, sorry.
I have been tagged in this photo
You can
Like on Instagram?
on Twitter. Like I get mentioned in it on Twitter.
Do you use Twitter?
People post it on my subreddit. I don't really use Twitter. I have one. I had a fun story going on there that I sort of left abandoned because I don't like the platform.
Yeah.
It's just it's a platform designed to get angry and have arguments. I feel
Kinda,
more
yeah.
than other ones even.
I don't have a Twitter.
But
I don't use mine.
but anyways, I've been tagged in this almost like 50 times, all independently by different people. And if you initially told me, I'm like, oh, this is like a group of friends playing a prank on me. But now it has happened enough that I'm like, I think I just look like this picture, and it's been shared so much. And I want to. Does this look like me? This photo of this cat looking through a box with a woman's face is on my subreddit with 85 uploads. And somebody says it kind of does. It's freaking me out a bit. You're absolutely right, and I don't know how to feel. This is Joel. But this has been shared so much.
That's hilarious.
And maybe
Kinda
people
does look
close
like
to
you.
me can't see it, but it has to look like me because I've been tagged in it like 100 times.
You know what? If I'm okay, I can see it now. You gotta zoom in.
I think
you
I have,
gotta
like-
zoom into it and
You
really
have
just
dark eyes.
Yeah,
have
it's
dark
about the
pupils.
eyes.
I got dark pupils and like
It's the pupils.
dark big pupils and like
I don't understand like the
maybe the proportions.
Turn it towards
I don't
the camera.
I don't understand the warped like woman smile at the bottom and the no beard, but I do understand the eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes of the cat make sense. That's funny.
Maybe it's me
That's you.
in another life. Egg theory. I'm going back and I've already been that cat and so on.
Hope you're back soon.
I will
Okay.
be.
We'll do that.
What was that? Alexa? Oh, Siri. I just get Josh Peck.
Oh yeah.
I get Josh Peck, and I used to get Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but I don't look like him now. I have longer hair, but
It's so weird because I feel like you can never see that stuff about the people you know well. You know,
yeah.
like once you know somebody, have spent so much time, like is like your face is your face to me. I could never see it because like I don't know you well, but
Right.
like then somebody like my friend, everyone says Bo Burnham, and I've never been able to see it because it's like he does
Right,
to me
yeah.
he just looks like himself, but
Right.
everyone's like yeah he does, and I'm like I can't see it, but
Yeah, no, I don't know. It is weird. And then there's the well, that you already answered your question. You look like a cat, but normally I ask people like, oh, like what animal do people tell you look like? Yours is definitely a cat for sure.
yep, now it is
No, yeah, yours has to be
a specific cat.
a
Yeah,
very specific cat.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you know what time it is?
I don't know.
I don't
Is the microwave right?
9:05. Oh yeah. Okay. How long have we been rolling? Been rolling for a while.
110.
Okay.
Huh.
Sweet.
Should we
Also
do
for the animal thing, it's not an animal, but people call me a Sasquatch. a lot.
Sasquatch. When he said Sasquatch, you were in his first thing. I was like, oh,
Because
Trent was Sasquatch in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Oh, you
It was
were
a species
Sasquatch
of
in that.
people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Species of hairy people in the
Mm.
movie, and Trent was one of them.
Yeah.
that goes.
But
hard.
aside from that, people have just called me that, I guess.
They call
Yeah.
you. People call you Sasquatch.
Yeah.
You should do
In
the
college.
merch review.
Oh,
Doing
yeah.
the Sasquatch.
Oh,
post.
like doing the walk.
Yeah, that'd be good
Yeah.
merch. Like an artistic. You have like Quathrin draw it or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
You should see if you could pass it as like Sasquatch merch.
Yeah.
Like not just like Sasquatch T-shirts, and see if you could like get it like popular enough to sell it into like a
the
big.
Sasquatch community.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
Like
I
they'll
was like,
just
this
think
is
it
actually him.
something.
This is what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's real.
So
could try.
what's next, guys? Like what's the plan with life and shit?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
got done with Amsterdam, starting streaming and videos and
Mm.
stuff.
I have a big plan for my stuff next year that I'm not ready to announce publicly.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's gonna be.
No, you have to.
look out. Like end of the year, I'm gonna have an announcement video about
Okay.
a different direction for my stuff. But for the time being, I'm just gonna keep doing shorts every
Cool.
week and having fun with friends. I want to be a little more work focused. I got some projects I got to get done. We got a big project we got to get done.
Mm.
And I feel like I've been taking it easy for a while, which is good. I'm lucky to be able to do that, but I do feel like I am gifted this position to create and do what I want
Mm-hmm.
through hard work, but also through a little luck and through devoted fans. But like I feel like I owe them like a little bit harder work sometimes, because back in the day I was working like a madman, like I said, like 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week, and I don't think I need to work myself
Yeah,
to the
definitely.
bone, but
Yeah.
I'd like to get invested in some bigger projects that I'm actually excited about and I want to work on, rather than just hitting that weekly upload with like one I like a lot but not something that is like taking more effort than it needs to.
Right.
I'm putting in like the amount of effort I put in is probably higher than a lot of content creators, but to me, I'm just like, I want to give people something cool. So that's
Yeah.
kind of the direction that what I'm going to announce at the end of the year. But
Yeah. I think finding that bridge is hard.
yeah,
Like not going like crazy work
Yeah.
mode, and then also like not just hanging out with friends all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's why I go on my like I hang out with my friends for like 3 months like straight, like every day. Like
Yeah.
I don't like I remember when I was like over at your guys' place like hanging out with people like for like days and days and days.
Yeah.
And then like eventually I just like stop for like 3 months, and it's because then I start focusing on my content. I'm like, fuck, I have to do this. Like this is what I
Yeah.
have to do. And then yeah, so I think it's finding that balance, which hopefully
yeah.
you'll find that, it's
Yeah.
like
It's like, don't be a workaholic, but do the work because you want to, not because you're obsessing over doing the work.
Right.
Yeah. When you're working or creating, make sure it's something you're passionate about, that you're driven to work on, and it's not something you're like, I gotta work.
yeah.
Because I feel like that makes you sad.
How do you think of your ideas and shit?
That's
Do you like just like hang out with you guys? Just hang out and you're like, oh, that's
Trent
a
and
funny
I pay
video.
a guy.
Yeah.
Yo, you pay a guy?
Yeah.
Every day it's
Yeah.
like a different guy. We
It's
just
a
ask-
guy in Massachusetts.
We just ask him. For different
It's
ideas.
it's
You send
actually
us a
our,
few ideas.
Yeah.
it's actually our high school history teacher, Mr. Woodcock. Yeah,
Oh, I was
yeah,
gonna say Mr. Meehan.
Mr. Meehan.
Both of them.
Yeah, we
They just
paid him.
alternate. And,
Just alternate. They just
We're
send
just
you
like,
ideas.
hey, you got any viral ideas today? And he's like, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Every day he says
Yep.
that.
Yep.
He's still a
That's
history
crazy.
teacher, like not doing content for himself.
I think it's a hard question to answer because it's like, you never really, most ideas you don't make an effort to remember the origin point.
Right.
It just
Yeah.
spirals
Like
and
a
becomes
conversation.
something.
It just
And it's
becomes
just like,
yeah.
yeah,
I feel like that's how any idea, any like
I
I
think
don't know.
something I do sometimes, because I think the weekly shorts are so good at getting you like consistent in so many ways. And one of those ways is like, I'll have a day where I'm like, I have to upload tomorrow. I haven't posted all week, and tomorrow's the like deadline to get a short up. And I'm like, the best way to do it is I'm like, total writer's block. Nothing's coming to mind. No conversations are sparking like a good thing. What I do is I just invite a friend, 2 friends, 3 friends over, and I'm like, hey, you want to come shoot a video? And I don't have an idea. And I'm just like, come shoot a video. Because if somebody comes over to shoot a video, I'll shoot a video. And so like I make it up. You know, it's like on the spot, like, you know, like a lot of the times I won't really have a solid concept until we hit record. And then like
That's crazy.
And that's like also a huge strength of improv. Is you're not obsessing over the pre-production. The production can be the start of the video, you know, hitting the end. And I'll usually go in with a concept or some idea or some angle that I know will be fruitful. But sometimes I do just have to invite people over and
That's
do
wild.
it. Yeah.
Just like straight improv it. You know?
Yeah. And
That's wild.
And usually sometimes we'll sit for like 20 minutes and just have nothing, and we're like, I don't know, and then I'm just like, damn, blah, 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 and it works. Yeah.
That's
like
funny.
somebody
like your
will
guys'
finally say
like
something.
when you guys did the headphone one. Is that what it was? You know which one I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah,
That
we were
one's
just
so
working
funny.
and hanging out.
Yeah, we were doing that ourselves.
Yeah. And they're like,
And
"Oh,
then
wow."
we're like, we should just film this.
Yeah.
We were like cracking each
funny.
other up.
Mm.
Sometimes you just get in a mood where you're
Yeah.
cracking each
Hey
other up.
Joel.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
Famously, one of our best performing live action ones, Ice Guys.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that like
Oh, Ice Guys
the-
is so funny.
the point of view you just turned on the History Channel for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah.
That's what it's called or something. But that we just went out to a frozen lake with no idea. Yeah, we had no idea.
And we're like, let's get out on the ice.
And at the time, it was still like somewhat COVID restriction-y, and I think we were mainly filming outside still. So, you know, we'd have to meet somewhere in our small town outside, and we're like, hey, let's meet by the pond, this frozen pond. And we probably walked around for 40 minutes, just no idea.
Yeah.
We didn't really have anything. And then I had that idea at some point. And I'm like, could we turn that into like some ice related thing? So that was all made up on the spot.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, I think it's not a bad, it sounds like bad advice, but I think it's a good advice sometimes to just be like, force an idea.
Well, just it
like,
just feels like
like
well, it's like kind of goes back
Yeah.
to like your whole like how you do most of your stuff. It's like I just have fun,
yeah.
you know, which is kind of like how I'm trying to live my life now. I think that's a great
Yeah.
way to do it. It's like, oh, let's just go out to ice and like have fun and film it. That's
And
kind of like what it sounds like you do. But
I think it's a trap people fall in online where they obsess over a relatable thing. You know, their title needs to be when the blank, what guys who blank, this the guy,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like it has to be some relatable thing. People's reaction to this news event or this or that, you know, and people like, and I think that from a marketing standpoint performs well usually if you tap into a very relatable, clickable thing, but you usually know the joke going in.
yeah.
And
So are you anti Mr. Beast?
I think Mr. Beast, he's a company at this point. He's
Yeah.
not like a YouTuber.
That's true.
He's a YouTuber only in name, but I respect him for doing high effort stuff,
Yeah.
regardless if that effort takes the form of a lot of money.
Yeah.
But he does good stuff for
Yeah.
people too.
No, I think he does great stuff too.
But and I'm talking like, I think people trap themselves in that hole where they have to think of the really relatable things, and the problem with that is there's
Right.
so much of that, and it's
Like,
all
what's
been
trending?
done. It's like
Yeah.
when you take out your gum in math class, you know,
You know
and it's
the
like
joke.
you know the
Yeah.
joke already, but
Yeah.
but I think what I've allowed myself to do that really helps free me from that is I just have fun, like you said, with my friends in a goofy setting, present it in some strange way, do something.
Yeah.
And like the last video we did had no relatable concept. It was like Sven and you doing daily
I started by
affirmations.
saying I accomplished all my dreams.
Yeah.
Which whoever says that. was
Yeah.
able to genuinely
Yeah, and I think it's just like you let the ball roll and just have fun and be characters or be yourself or be goofy. And it's like, it's not going to get as many clicks. Like what a lot of the times I'll do a relatable title and then totally flip it on its head. Or like,
Yeah.
I only do the relatable titles when I'm like trying to defy expectations. Like I think I have one like when the scene starts in the middle of a joke or something. When
I love that one.
And then that you think you gotta know the joke is like, oh, it was like the tail end of a nonsense joke, but then it spirals into a meta thing where the characters are losing their minds that they're in a movie because they realize they realize there's no start to the joke.
Well, it's honestly, I don't know if many of your videos are relatable. It's almost like not that like the my dad works at like a claw machine company and it's so like that's not relatable, but it's different and funny, which is cool. I think it's hard to be original nowadays. I think that's I feel like it's always probably been hard to be original, like since forever, because like more ideas keep getting taken up over and over and over. But I think that's the hard thing. It's like, one, it's getting harder to be original, I think, but also like kind of like your guys' characters like are just yourselves. So I think that's probably the key. Like what Gary Vee says, you're the brand, right? And it's like kind of like you're the character. Yeah. So it's like your character, and that's the relatable part for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's like
how you just being original is being yourself.
The one thing that only you
I overcomplicated all that.
Yeah, no, you said it well. Yeah. But the one thing that only you could bring to something is yourself, and it's like as an artist is like whether that's literally yourself or literally like your experiences or this or that. I think it makes it so much easier if you just accept what you say. I don't like the brand sounds bad, but like you are the art, you know? And it's why I often, this is a whole different conversation, but when people say separate the art and the artist, I'm like, you can't if it's good art or if you're dissecting the art. It's like there's some level where the artist is in that art. And that makes it more interesting when bad people make good art, because it's like, what does that say about human nature and what we engage with is like people are multifaceted and complicated.
Like John Lennon. People say John Lennon's a bad guy, but he wrote I'm the Walrus, right? Didn't he write that one?
Can you pull that up for me, Jamie? Can you pull that clip up, John Lennon? Can you pull that clip? Can you pull up the John Lennon bad guy clip? Where he's a bad guy?
John Lennon is a bad guy clip. Not clickbait.
But huh?
Oh, he did the Imagination song.
He did the Imagination.
He did. Yeah. See, well, like if you do Imagine,
if we all have imagination, the world will be awesome.
The world will be awesome.
I think it's hard for people to acknowledge that people are multifaceted and complicated and layered. And of course, there's some people that are despicable, like Bill Cosby or something. But there's some people where it's just like. You're not walking a line that much with some people. John Lennon, it's like he wasn't pretending to love peace and be this guy who was advocating. He loved that stuff and he loved writing about it. He also had really complicated interpersonal relationships in his lives and things that muddied his clean image in those regards. But I don't think they're mutually exclusive. But I think both of those things can exist.
I don't think he tries to hide that he's done bad stuff either. Yeah. Some of his songs, he talks about bad things he's done. Yeah. Like there's plenty of songs out there where he's like,
especially his solo stuff is very personal.
Yeah, no, his solo stuff is what I'm talking about. It's like, Imagine is like he wants peace and stuff. But then he has Jealous Guy, which is his relationship with Yoko Ono. Yeah. And I think he's at least upfront about it. He's not like unaware that he's, has bad stuff up here. Like I have plenty of bad stuff up there. Yeah. But I don't think I'm a bad person. Definitely have some intrusive thoughts that I'm like, I don't want that in my head. It's like, I was diagnosed with OCD this year. I've been telling everybody that.
Oh yeah.
Tell everybody that now.
That's a good
It's
diagnosis.
Like an excuse for me now. Like, I'm just like fucked up. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think it's a comforting thing, and I think everything's a spectrum. I get really bad obsessive days where I'm like, this has to be at least a part of the brain that functions OCD. Like I get really obsessive days and really bad days. And it's comforting to look at it as like, this is something other people have. Like that brings it down so much, that like allows you to control it.
The awareness of like, I think it's good. I don't know. I think self-diagnosing yourself is bad. And like,
Yeah.
I wasn't self-diagnosed with OCD, but like for a while I was. I'm like, I think I just have OCD.
Yeah.
And I think that could be dangerous is self-diagnosing,
Yeah.
but also like being aware of like, oh, this is my OCD. That's why I'm thinking this way.
Yeah.
Like the awareness of like, oh, this isn't what I'm actually thinking. This is just an intrusive thought. I think
Yeah.
that separation of being like, this is OCD is a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just the awareness of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It's not me
but I
doing
do
this,
think
it's my
yeah,
brain.
right. It's not
My
me doing
brain
it. It's
just
just my
doing its
brain
brain
like
thing.
misfiring and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do think it's dangerous to constantly say like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed,
Yeah.
I'm depressed, because like
It's a
I don't-
self-fulfilling prophecy.
right. Well, it's like because
Yeah.
I kept when I was depressed, like maybe I was, but I remember the saddest parts of my life. I just said I was depressed so much, and like I'm like I don't think I was. I think I was just like. I don't know. I think it was the OCD like making me sad, and then the more I said I was depressed, the more I became that. I don't
Yeah.
know. Some sort of it's like self-fulfilling manifestation thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think it was more anxiety, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's definitely layers and in-betweens of all that stuff, but yeah, I don't know.
There's some unavoidable feelings for sure, and then there's feelings I think we become a little performative with.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we like to like if you go through a breakup or lose somebody or something, it of course that's gonna destroy you, but at some point you're doing some of the performative actions you're supposed to do in grief. You know, you're
sure.
supposed to do in a breakup. You're like, and it becomes like self-flagellation a little emotionally, just like,
Well, it's also like, I've noticed you like humans, like in general, like I do this, like intensify the emotion, where it's like sometimes you're like, you're not even feeling that sad, but you like lean really far into the sadness, and like you kind of like fuel it even more. When really you could just be like, oh, I'm sad. I don't have to give the sadness. I don't have to give the anxious that power. I don't have to give the angry that power. I could just step back and just see the feeling. That's what I'm learning, which I think is stoicism, right? Meditation. Yeah. I think it's just like acknowledging the feelings is kind of what I'm trying to do without like making a big reaction out of it.
Yeah.
Or like fueling it into more thoughts, because it just makes it worse is kind of what I've been working on this past year now.
yeah.
About a month or two ago, I forget why, but it might have been a video or something, but I learned the power of just saying, so what? You know, it's like, I'm sad. So what?
Yeah.
And
So
just
what?
moving
Yeah.
on.
That makes sense.
I'd be like-
Well, it's kind
Yeah.
of like so
Like,
what?
oh,
Because
I think this person's mad at me. So what?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is well, it's like
Or,
it's almost like what's the point of being like I don't
Yeah.
know, feeling that, because like also like like
not in like a negative way.
right, no,
not,
not
in like a
yeah,
whatever. I don't
yeah,
care
not
about
like oh,
anything
what's the
kind of
point?
way.
Fuck it. It's more like
But it's
what's
like,
the point
okay,
of
yeah.
being like It's like kind of like
Passive acceptance.
right.
more than
It's like
anything.
accepting it, and I think the more you have acceptance, the better. I think the more I've just accepted the emotions and the feelings and how things are, I think the better it has gotten. I'm like, oh, this is how it is now, or like, oh, I feel sad right now. Like, okay, like it'll pass, and then I'll forget about it, and then I'll be happy again, and then I'll be
Yeah.
sad again. I'll be happy again.
Yeah.
And also, we just like we're gonna die one day, and I think that's what I always keep coming back to is like, we're gonna die, so like, why stay sad forever? Like, I'm just let it pass. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
what is there to worry about when everything's going to be?
Yeah. I wonder how I'll
know.
feel when I'm like 70 and that time I have left is so minuscule. And I'm like, I wonder how I'll feel then because I feel like it's like all these choices are leading you to either being the biggest curmudgeon ever or or the biggest like hippie free
Right.
spirit ever. That's just like, I've been through so much. This is beautiful. All the sadness and grief and loss I've experienced has made me who I am. Or you could be the guy like, life is shit. Life
That's
shit
a
on me
scary
so much.
thing.
Yeah,
That's terrifying. Because like, I mean, I've thought of
Yeah.
that too. I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to be that guy who's like. Also, I don't want to be the guy who's scared at that age of dying.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be like, I don't know if I die at 70, 80, 90, whatever it is, but say I'm like 80 years old, because that's when I say I'll die is like in my 80s sometime.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that's a good gauge of like I lived long, but I didn't
Yeah.
live till 100. But say I'm like 80, I'm like I got like maybe a year left, but I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm like I don't want to be that. I want to be 80 and be like, well, my time's come. I had a this has been cool. This has
Yeah.
been cool. I'm glad I got to experience this. Not
Yeah.
like, ah, fuck, I got fucking disease and my bones hurt and like just like complain. I don't want to be that. Yeah. That is I think that's a rational, I guess, thing to think about or fear. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's next for you, Trent?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Are you're streaming still. Like what's next?
Oh, I
like
thought you meant in like life.
Oh no.
I don't
Well,
know.
I guess like life. Like, are you planning any like content things? Any trips? Any fun stuff? How's the love life? What's going on forward from here?
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on.
Just keep on keeping on.
Making stuff, doing more streaming. I want to do more painting for sure.
Painting.
Yeah.
Muffin cooking.
Yeah. I want to do a pumpkin bread video this month.
Pumpkin bread.
Yes.
That's awesome.
The one we made on that stream.
I need to try some of the desserts. I'm down.
Yeah.
But is there anything you guys want to shout out, plug, say, any message to say to the camera? Is there anything you want to leave the video with?
You gotta check out Alex Martins.
Yeah, you got to check out Alex Martins.
Alex Martins.
YouTube.com. Alex
YouTube.
Martins.
Alex Martins on YouTube.com. He makes great animations, really funny live action stuff that I hope he does more of because it cracks me up. Some of this stuff. Alex Martins, check him out.
Alex Martins.
Alex Martins and Good Long P.
Good Long P.
And
Good Long P.
He's 1/3 of Good Long P.
Yes.
But he makes some amazing 2D animations that
2D.
deserve more love. So give him some love.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
have two other things.
Two other
Can I
things?
plug
Oh
two?
yeah,
Am I
yeah.
allowed
Go
to
for it.
plug?
Yeah, plug it.
TikTok.
Alex
and
Martins.
Alex Martin TikTok and Alex Martin TikTok too.
Those
Yeah.
two. So I guess I have four actually.
Yeah,
'cause I have two
okay.
other
Yeah,
things.
go for it.
I do this podcast with my friend Alice. It's called Dream Team. Dream Team with Alice and Trent, and we just talk about dreams, like sleep dreams, not like life dreams, but like dreams we've had, and we take fan submissions, and we do that just about every 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks.
That's cool. I actually have a dream journal
Oh,
since freshman year of high school.
send some dreams in.
I have over like 100 something, so I could send them in.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to go to the baked potato very soon.
Yeah, no, we have
Oh,
to go.
yeah.
To
I-
yeah.
I've been remembering a lot of dreams lately, which might have to be a conversation off the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, we'll talk
Send
about
them to
dreams.
me.
Oh, I
We'll
gotta
send-
tell,
we'll
I
send
gotta
them
tell
to-
you about my dream.
We'll
last
send them to
night.
Trent's podcast and
Yeah.
we'll watch them there. And then
should.
one more thing to plug, and then we'll end it.
Yeah, the Dream Team. It's on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And then the other thing is Good Long Journey. It's a D&D podcast that I do, or a D&D show more than anything. But our friend Calvin hosts it. Joel's on an episode as a guest, and
Nice.
it's very fun. It's Alex Martins is on it.
Alex
Plug
Martin.
Alex
He
Martins.
comes back.
Yeah, and our friend Nick, and so it's Calvin's the host, and then me, Nick, and Alex are the main guys. And
Yeah.
yeah, D&D if you like it.
Sweet.
Good Long Journey.
If you want to check them out, Joel Trent, Alex Martins, everybody, it'll be in the bio below. That's it. That's it.
Thanks
guys.
for
Peace
having
out,
us.
man.
Liam.
You-
Goodbye, everyone.
Did he
Thanks for
celebrate
having
this
us,
much
Liam.
with Spencer and
No,
Blake?
he didn't. This is the first time that we've gotten a celebration, guys.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, of course.
I gotta practice it.
Yeah, and if you guys want to take the salt and straw home, I will eat the entire thing and then cry about it. So
Trent could have
or we'll
all
just
the
throw
meat
them out.
flavors.
Yeah, you could have the
How
meat
will
flavors.
we transport them though?
All right.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah.